today.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 16 carries, 76 yards.
And while he may not verbalize it, in his mind, going up against this defense, one of the worst rush defenses in the league, he's thinking 200-plus in this game.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Murray going to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft. And Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
And this one too low. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield, here's Lance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On 2nd and 9, Lance has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Niners at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance being chased out left. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And now they'll throw with Lance. Touchdown 49ers. Daniel Bellinger, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Throwing on 2nd down, Lance. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray. That's complete to McBride. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Murray flips this forward on the jet sweep. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, get him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Easily. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Murray now to throw. This is caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Looks good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And Lance now to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lance. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Lance. And he rifles one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Completes it to Coleman. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Lance looking to throw it. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. The Lance going to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up. Ball has it knocked loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry. And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign. Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team. And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Here's Lance to throw it. Forced, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Lance now on 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal. And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it. Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal?
And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Lance. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. He's got Bellinger. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lance again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Murray now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This pass out wide to Hall. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios, the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Throwing now is Murray. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Room here to run. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. Lance going to try to throw for this. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Andrews. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4. To throw is Murray. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. Could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lance's throw brought in by Bellinger. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And Lance's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 25. McCaffrey running up the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Lance. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. He's into the secondary. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel from 13 yards out. And the 49ers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hall ought to give up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Back to the ground with Hall. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Murray running left. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is McCaffrey on the give. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
152 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coleman will try up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run, this time McCaffrey. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. This will be caught by Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Lance.
It's Williams on the catch. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Niners, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.